Let me start out by saying I didn't record the whole process of this painting because I just didn't think about it in the beginning, and I spent just quite a lot of time in the zone on this particular piece. I had an absolute blast creating this piece. I feel like I really wriggled into some weird crevice of my brain and pulled this thing out. I also hope that I can inspire you guys a little bit by telling you that this canvas was actually like an art piece that was just going to get thrown away if I didn't use the canvas, so I painted over it with this pale blue color, and that's when I started this painting. And I also painted this, every last lick of it, with little 99-cent paint tubes from Walmart, or like 59 cents, the cheapest paints that I could find. And I hope that this stands as a piece to show you that you don't need expensive art supplies. And hell, I could have painted this on cardboard and I still think it would have came out just as beautiful. So go to the dollar store, get yourself a cheap little paint set, and create something beautiful. You are capable of it. I know you are. With this painting, I decided that I wasn't going to paint the black lines and I was going to draw them on, which was pretty strenuous on my liners. Liners do not like going over painted surfaces. I may have lost a liner or two along the way, but it was definitely worth it to get these crispy little lines. My brain the entire time that I was working on this painting was like, yippee! I had so much fun on this painting. I was just so fulfilled and content as I worked through every stage of what this art piece became. This is one of those pieces that I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to sell. One, because I really like it and I want to keep it, and two, because look at it, it's enormous. Shipping enormous paintings like this always makes me so nervous. I don't think I've shipped anything this big, but I've shipped things a little smaller than this, and I was basically biting my nails watching the tracking until it arrived at its destination. That is some scurry stuff. Knowing a thing that you spent hours and hours and hours on is just floating around the mail, and you know how rough they are with packages. It's kind of scary. I'm not a big fan of shipping massive paintings. For me, the idea of this painting, I actually had no idea what I was going to do. I went down the paint aisle and I was like, I'm just going to look at the colors and see what pops out at my brain. And I saw two of my favorite colors are pink and green. And I was like, I'm going to grab these two pink and greens. So I was holding the two pink and greens in my hand and I was like, you know what? I should paint like a realistic looking watermelon. And then I thought, okay, well, I could do that, but you know it would be cooler if I made some freaky cybernetic melon with eyeballs, and I don't know. It honestly just came to me on a whim while I was looking at my paint options. Now I kind of want to paint a whole series of like cyber fruit though. I had this thought the other day and I just thought I'd share it, and I thought, oh my God, one of the worst things about like death and dying, I'm sorry, it's heavy, it's dark, but I can't help but to think about my mortality sometimes. But the worst part to me, one of the worst parts, is when I die, I'm not going to be able to draw anymore. I'm not going to be able to do art anymore. And then I thought, you know what? I draw in my dreams in this weird way where it's like I'm drawing with my eyes. I don't know how to explain it. What I'm getting at is when I die, I am not going to stop drawing. I will find a way. This is the finished melon. I think it was missing just a few details, but that's what it looked like before I added this speech bubble, because I kind of felt like the top was a little naked and it was missing something. So I was like, well, I'm going to make this weird little melon slice say something crazy. As soon as I painted the speech bubble, the quote that I wanted the melon to be saying pretty much came to me instantly. I wrote it down on my notebook once and then I was like, that's it, baby, that's it. And I ended up going with, there are infinite possibilities on the timeline of existence. Open your mind to the multitudes.
Got this big daddy line. Pressure. The skill. Precision. Focus. Woo! I did mess it up a little though.
I attempted to use a Sharpie to outline the speech bubble. Didn't really go over so well, so I ended up just having to paint over it black anyway, but it set like a good, basis to paint from. also got me thinking, I really need to work on my font. Font work is, phew, it's a skill in its own, you guys. I love seeing the little sped up clips of Tennyson just running around in the background. It's so cute. So here's the finished piece before I glossed it, and here's my victory dance and my proud moment of getting to show off my art. And of course, the glossing. This is like my favorite part. It's almost like a little treat, a little reward for finishing the painting. It really brings out something in your painting. Gloss can be super expensive. I ended up getting a very small bottle of it that was just enough for like $10, but if I was loaded, I would have got a massive bottle of the fancy schmancy stuff. Anyways, here's the finished piece. I hope you like it. I put my whole Buddhasy into it, if you will. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. I do want to mention I'm going to start streaming soon, doing more art streams and stuff. If you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments. I read all my comments and I respond to them most of the time. I'm going to post this piece on my Instagram. My Instagram handle is @EmptyOysterShell. So if you want to gaze upon this painting, you can check it out on there. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.